Welcome to Design Your Destiny, your podcast for tapping into the power of your subconscious mind. In this next few minutes, allow me to show you how to tap into that power so that you can create success with ease, form deeper connections, and have greater presence in your relationships, and most importantly, find peace within yourself. My name is Penny Chason, and I'm your host. Hey there. Talking to you today about imposter syndrome. If you're listening to this, then most likely at some point you have experienced it. It's something that occurs in varying degrees for people. Some people just have a random thought. Other people really get caught up in imposter syndrome and have difficulty pushing past it and moving forward. I'm going to talk to you today about how to get rid of that imposter syndrome once and for all. Because yes, it is possible. And the reason why I'm having this conversation with you now is because I recently had an experience where I found out there are people who believe you have to live with it all the time. And it's simply not true. My name is Penny Chason. I'm a board-certified hypnotist, a certified professional hypnosis instructor, and I spent 25 years in healthcare before transitioning to mind modalities to help people positively shift and change their lives so that they can unlock the unlimited expansion and happiness that is inside of them. So, imposter syndrome. Most people recognize imposter syndrome as oh my God, am I good enough? Is what I have to offer good enough? Who am I to be doing this? And that can actually spill over into feelings of not deserving success once success is achieved, not feeling worthy of opportunities and success. This is a major problem. Because how many opportunities have been bypassed because of these thoughts and these feelings? How many times have decisions been delayed that cost money, that cost other opportunities that would have opened the doors to a person's lifelong dream of what they want to create? Is this you? Have you missed opportunities? Have you lost money? Have you lost significant gains because you lost time, because you couldn't get out of your head, be decisive, be comfortable in being yourself, and feeling that being yourself was actually enough? Because I'm here to tell you that being yourself is indeed enough. There is no one on the world, and I know you've heard this before, this is written in many books, many people have done videos about it. There is no one who can deliver what you do the way that you do it. And that in and of itself makes you unique and not an imposter. So where do these thoughts or feelings around imposter syndrome come from? Well, it comes from our indoctrination from the moment we're born. We are surrounded by family, teachers, maybe ministers if you go to church, other spiritual leaders, just anybody and everybody around us who we respect and think highly of their opinion. And even people, yes, that we don't give a crap about their opinion, we're imprinted with all of this information. And we're, as humans, emotional people. So depending on where your emotional state is and your expectations, when you have these interactions and these imprints occur, they can be pretty significant. You know, maybe people told you, you have to be a straight A student. It has to be perfect. Only the smartest of people in the world can be wealthy, or, you have to fit a certain stereotype to be considered successful at certain things. whether it's, writing books, being an actor, putting a digital course out, recording videos, being a teacher, a mentor, running a business, being an executive, being a woman and being an executive, being a woman and being a business owner or leader, being a minority, being a business owner or a leader, or an actor or an athlete. We are bombarded with biases and stereotypes from the moment we're born. And this is part of the framework around where we form our beliefs around what other people consider successful, unique, and achievable. And none of any of that stuff matters. You can do all of the affirmations, journaling, meditations, all of those things that you want. But if you're still truly experiencing imposter syndrome, then it's time to really go in and rewrite those beliefs at the level that they were created. You have to go beyond the way the imprints were made. So the imprints are made repetitively in conversation, repetitively in watching others, right? So that repetition, yes and no, can help make things better, but I want you to consider where you are right now in your age and think of how many years of indoctrination you had before now you're ready to experience this. And when you were small, the people you looked up to had far more authority in your mind than you did because you were always being taught. So subconsciously, the things that they said and did, the things that you witnessed and heard, have greater authority than your own voice. So if you want to dig in there and you want to eliminate that, then we have to bypass they call it the critical factor, but basically we have to bypass the filter that says, no, this is solid information. We're holding on to this because this helps me make sure that I am in a space where I am conforming and I am acceptable and I am accepted. Now you're thinking none of that, okay? Believe me, I understand this. I've been doing this for many years. I know that this isn't what you're thinking, and you're probably sitting here going, what the shit, Penny? You're crazy. Like, what do you mean? Trust me or don't trust me. It has no bearing on me one way or the other. But if you want to get rid of this stuff, you have to go deep. And in order to go deep, you've got to bypass that filter in the mind that says, I'm holding on to this because this is part of my identity. My identity is that my uncle said that, oh, writers don't make money. You can never be a writer. So then you're thinking, oh, well, who am I to be a writer? Uncle says nobody makes money being a writer. And I see all of these people who are, number one New York Times bestsellers. They make all of this money writing, but Uncle says I can't be a writer. I guess people like me, there comes the imposter syndrome. People like me can't do that. Who would read my book? What do I have to say, right? You see where this is coming from. So you have to go get it at the root. And you can get it at the root, but even better is to unplant the seed before it ever took hold. And that's really where I kind of come in and do this work, is unplanting that seed. Are you ready to transform your life mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually so that you can create a deeper spiritual connection and live your life with clarity that brings a focus and a calm so that you can be decisive and know what you want and create the opportunities that allow you to have expansion and success in your life, whether it is your business, your relationship with others, or your relationship with yourself? If you're ready for that, then I'm ready to connect with you. I want you to go over to the website, pennychason.com/ultimates. Apply for the Ultimate Energetic Alignment Retreat. I am only taking 11 women on this 9-month journey with me in 2022, so you want to head over there right now and apply today. Now, how do you know if you need to unplant the seed or if mindset journaling and affirmations will work? Because, there is no one size fits all solution from my point of view. Never has been, never will be. So how do you know the difference? Well, if these thoughts occur, who are you to do this? Really, you're going to try that. If you can brush that idea aside and move forward, affirmations, journaling, and meditation is great. But if you start getting into arguments with yourself, and every time you sit and you start to begin work on whatever it is that you want to do, heck, maybe you're like someone I know and who I respect and love very much. I've never actually told her this, but her thing is to help people to manifest abundance through dance, to have that joy through dance and to bring happiness into their life. Now, what if she sat around and she said, who am I to dance around on Zoom and motivate people in this way? Well, there would be a lot of people missing out on their happiness, right? If the thoughts are getting in your way of actually taking action, if you're unable to make decisions, if you're getting caught in these loops of conversation in your head where you're debating back and forth, do I, don't I, do I, don't I, do I, don't I, then it's time to do something really serious about it, because you cannot 100% eliminate doubt thoughts that come up, right? That's just a normal process of making a judgment around whether or not you should do something. But when the thought comes up, it should not paralyze you and keep you from moving forward unless you're doing legitimate fact finding. If you're caught in this loop, I have to know more, I have to be smarter, I need more degrees, I need more certificates, then it's time to reach out and do something to address the issue. And I want to share with you that you're not alone in this. And I also want to share you that money and success will not solve this problem for you. Money and success will not get rid of imposter syndrome. Now, I knew that it still occurred at people at all levels of success, right? However, I did not know the percentage of multi-8 and multi-9-figure entrepreneurs who find themselves getting caught up in imposter syndrome and experiencing blocks and analysis paralysis and decision delays because they're in this place. And some of them, because of the unworthiness they feel around having money, they have a complete inability to hang on to money. They may have a multi-7 or multi-8-figure business, but they are flat broke. You got to get out of imposter syndrome. You got to let go of the unworthiness issues if you want to achieve that success and actually be able to enjoy that success. And no matter where you are in business, what level of business, this is just a function of the mind. It has nothing to do with money. It has nothing to do with what you aspire to do. It's just the way the mind lays down patterns. And unfortunately, when the patterns are formed, we don't have control over it. But the good thing is when you're ready to get rid of it, we do have control over it. So, DM me, send me an email, however it is that you're getting this information at the moment. If there's a button above or below or a website link, reach out to me and let me help you, because you know what? The world needs you and what you do. Bye now. Thank you for listening today. If you've enjoyed this episode of Design Your Destiny, I would appreciate it if you would head over to iTunes and leave a positive review. When you leave a positive review, it's like podcast currency, and we can increase our reach and get the message to even more people that they, just like you, have the ability to design their destiny. And remember, subscribe on your favorite podcast platform.